Good day, everyone. I am just going to be sitting here working on my background for Serene. And I'm just going to sit here and start on that. And if anyone joins, that's all good. And if you don't, that's all good too. I will just be playing as such. So I'm just trying to get the angle of the camera so it doesn't look completely wonky to you. You know how it is. Don't know why it's looking just a little bit off today. I'm trying to position it so that it looks a little bit straighter. That might be it. Okay. Hey, Brandy, how are you? What's going on? Hey, Angie. All right. Hey, Joe, how's it going? What's going on? All right. So, do I know what I'm doing? No. But I figured you guys can watch me as I kerfuffle around trying to figure out what I'm doing. But I'm going to be working on the background. So what I have done is I've copied the image onto a little washed out. Yeah, that's probably because it's bright white. There's not really much for it to bounce off. I'm not sure. Let's see if I change the warmth of the camera. It might help a little bit. Okay, so what I've done is I have gessoed the back. Now, in certain areas, I have wanted to fade out the original bit. So there is a kind of like sun moon in the background of this image, and there's also the wings down here in the corner. I don't want them there, so I've layered a few layers of gesso, and then I've done a wash of gesso all over the top. It's just a white gesso, nothing too crazy. All right, hey Beth, how's it going? What are the icons? Oh, they are all zodiac signs. It was just a washi tape I found. But they're all of the. I just put washi tape there to keep the edge, so I know what I'm doing. And who else is we coming in? Well, Jamie. I said Beth. Hello. Oh, look, people are coming in to watch me try not to destroy this page. Luckily, however, it's printed on paper, so if I destroy it, it's not my original. So that is the plan. So what I'm going to do with this image, why I come up with these ideas, I don't know, is I'm going to place her in the Amazon jungle. So the background is going to be a jungle scene. If I can pull it off. It's all about whether I can pull it off or not. So that is what my plans are. I just need to get out my graphite. Hey, Terralyn, how's it going? All right, just pulling out some graphites. I'm going to go for a H because I don't want I don't like fine. Should I use fine? Let's see. Me and fine aren't friends. I don't know if I can even find my fines. They're like this is my graphite stash. I'm like, where would no, we'll go the H. Yeah, the H will work. That is basically my fines. So the H will work. All right. Need to sharpen him. So that'll be the first thing I do. Feels weird getting the graphites out. Feels weird. Okay, so I'm going to start mapping out kind of what I'm going to go for. So I'm going to go for a tree. Let's have a tree kind of here. All right, there's a tree. Can you tell that that's a tree? Mona, hey, Mona. Mona. All right. Okay, so that's a tree. Now I'm going to bring out another tree. I know, super technical stuff. I'm going to go up here like this. I am using a reference image, just so you know. Just using it to get ideas on placement. All right, there's that. Okay, then that will be a branch kind of coming back here. And then there's another branch. So I'm going to be talking to myself a lot. This is my process. So sorry. I'm probably like, why am I watching this person do this? And Winchester and Casper are having chases up the hall. Okay. So how's everyone going? See, I was going to film this as a video, but then I've got to edit it and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So, yeah, Joe, I've wanted, this has been my dream book for so long, and I'm like, I'm scared too, which is why I'm like, hoping I don't completely ruin it. Hoping anyway. All right, let's have a branch coming on down this way. So hopefully this will make more sense once we start getting in. Ooh, nice. Sounds like, I don't like coffee, but sounds nice. Like, all right, let's bring that up. That branch can come up over here into the, okay. Can disappear up into here. And then back down into here. Oh, who knows how this is going to work out. Yeah, I've got plenty. I've got plenty of copies. That's it. So I'm like, that's why I'm just going to wing it and see how I go. And hope I don't completely ruin it. All right, down here is going to be another tree. So it's going to be like roots and stuff of a tree trunk. So I'm just going to place that kind of there so I don't forget. There we go. Yeah, it's Serene by Nick Filbert. He's a Indonesian tattoo artist. Okay. All right. Let's go put a couple of branches coming out here. This is exciting for you. Watching me draw branches. Luckily with branches, the bendier and weirder the better. Okay. All right. That might do for what I'm planning on. We'll just have an outline for now, and I'll come in. Just want to have a base idea of. I know they turned out fine, Joe. I don't have. It's on my wish list, Fantasia, but so basically, with this, the sun, my light image is going to be coming from here. So this is where I'm all in focus of. So that's what I'm looking at trying to emulate with all of this. So all right. Okay. I think I've got enough little baselines down there. Sorry, I was probably out of frame for that. Yeah, well, let's see if it turns out. That's the thing. I got to think about that. So I'm like, all right. Let's just go for it, Tammy, and put colour to the page. What do you reckon? Just go for it? Oh, excellent. I'm glad to hear that, Beth. Now you've just got to recover. All right. So we are in the dark jungle. So I'm going to base just a quick light base because I don't want it too dark yet. My tree trunks. And I'm going in with Mars Black. So Mars Black has a bit of a brown undertone to it. And I'm only doing a light layer. It's just so I can start placing things where I want them to be. So I'm using the light fast too. I don't know if I've said any of that. But that's what I'm doing, people. Hey, Mary. So how you doing? Oh, the thing is, Brandy, like you've got to remember it's just paper. It's and that's the way I look at it. Yes, I'm intimidated hugely by this. But I keep telling myself it's just paper and some print ink. And I'm like, if it doesn't work out, I'm just putting it out there for the whole world to see. But again, that's part of it. It's having a go and just thinking, well, if I don't try it, then I'll never know if I can do it. So, oh, it's in my description. No, you are not my favorite person right now, Kat. I bought some pizza bread rolls and had to go to the loo, come out of that, and he had pulled them out of the bag and torn open the packet and had started eating them. So he is not my happy, we're not friends at the moment. Yeah, well, this is my first one, Mary. This is my first one. I'm like, oh. I can do it. And, so what's the goss? Anything huge happening in the world? Nothing huge happening here for me. My mum come down on the weekend and then had to turn around and go home again, which is I felt really sad for them. But yeah. But at least I got to see her. So I can be selfish and say at least I got to see her. Oh, me, I made a copy, Mary. I was like, mainly because I wanted to alter it, and it just didn't seem right altering it in the book, if that makes sense. I was like, oh, just didn't. I'm like, I don't think that fits well with me. So I made a copy. So it's just on cartridge paper. So 200 GSM cartridge paper. I don't know. I stole it from the art room at work. So it's a, cardstock, basically. Art cardstock. Hello, Melissa. How are you? Did I don't even know if I said hello to Miss. I don't know. I'm kind of in the zone. Angie, you'll be right. It'll be okay. So I need to get my eraser. You'd think I'd know where that would be. I want to get rid of that because this branch is going to be going in front of that branch. Okay. Hello, Sarah. How are you? Do you want me to come down a little bit? Might be a little bit better. I'm like, hey. And I figured, why not just have a go? So that is what I'm doing. And hope that eventually she looks like she's in the jungle. He has not got colour on his copy of Serene yet. So hopefully this will go, ooh, he needs to do an Amazon warrior for my hashtag. And he'll be like, well, Serene is the way to go. Because pretty much every image in this looks like, a strong woman. So can't go wrong, Joe. So with the background, I'll put the basics into it. So it's going to be in a real ugly stage. And then once I've done her, then I'll go back and refine the background, if that makes sense. Oh, good. That's good, Jay. Yeah, so I'm like, it will not look complete until the end. But I don't want to fully do the background until I've done her, because they will interact with each other. And we need to place her in here so she looks like she's part of the scene and not like stuck on top of it. If that makes... Oh, I just coloured that, didn't I? You're an idiot. I'm like... I need the original image. Hold on. Yeah. because I've got the gesso there, I'm like, I can't remember what part of the rose that is. Oh no, I am right colouring that. Oh, I was right. Okay. I can go back now. There we go. Oh yeah, that's right. He's supposed to be doing one a day, each of his books. That's right. Oh, you are doing well, Joe. I haven't done any. This is it. I've been paper crafting. I've been making these. So I've been making these things. So they're little page separators. And I'll go on to your page like that. And I've got like TBCs, and I've got finishes, and I've got whips. So I got a whip one, and I got and I'm dropping them, and I got a finished pages one. So I've been playing, so I've got paper everywhere. Oh yeah, it was too. So that was these, I don't know. I was going to give it a go. Hey Joyce, how's it going? All right. Let's get back to brown. So I made my order today. My tax return come through. So on its way to me are the rest of the Loomies and the rest of the Inktense, except for one Loomie, because I'm sure they don't want me to have complete sets. I cannot get the Derwent Magenta Lightfast. I could get it from Cult Pens, but it was cheaper to actually get it from Australia than Cult Pens. This order, but the company that sells it didn't have the magenta, and they haven't had it in stock for ages. So I'm missing magenta from the Lightfast, and one Loomy they didn't have in stock as well. So I'll have 99 from each of them. I'm like, yep, that'll be right. Hey. Oh yeah, I was just playing. I was bored, and I didn't feel like colouring because I smashed out some colouring towards the end of last week, and I was like, I just want to do something else. So I was playing paper crafts. I also have said huge amount of post-it notes because I may, every time I go to a conference and they have like the post-it notes and stuff on the tables, I just collect them. As a teacher, I hoard all stationery products. And yet I use the post-it note app on my computer more than I use real post-it notes. So I'm like, yep, doing real well. And I still forget everything anyway. But by adding gesso to this page, I have increased the toothiness of it, which is good because I'm going to need it while I consider what I'm doing on this image. So basically, if I stuff up, I've got room to fix it. And another thing I ordered from the art shop while I was on there was, because I've got like touch up titanium white and stuff like that from brush and pencil, but I got the textured fixative. So basically, their version of a workable fixative, which adds dries hard and adds another layer of tooth and seals the stuff underneath it. So I'm like, and it's specifically for colored pencil. So I'm like, so I grabbed that to give that a go. So Desert Storm paper and the toned paper. Ooh, curious. This is the beauty of doing trees and branches, is just let your pencil kind of go where it wants to go. Because branches certainly aren't straight. I've already got touch up in the little jar, and I've got the titanium white powder, but I got the can as well. And I got some powdered blender because I was like, oh, we'll try that. Oh no, I was like, I'm just going to get some stuff. Yeah, Joyce, I think this is going to be an ongoing work in progress for this month, I think. Oh, and then I ordered. People stop me. On Amazon. I have problems. I have issues. I ordered the Strathmore Bristol Vellum and the Bristol Smooth because I'm like, I want to try them. And the Hammer Hill cardstock. Because why not? They were actually on good deals. They were all part of the Prime deals of the day kind of stuff. So I was like, oh, why not? Why not do it? You have the papers. Yeah, I'm hoping so because I really like the mixed media. So I'm kind of hoping that I will like these ones too. And I thought, the vellum would be good for colored pencil and the smooth would be good for marker work and stuff. I don't know. I was just like, I'm just going to play with papers. I like playing with papers. I just like playing with stuff. That's my problem. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I love I've got the toned grey. It's like just super toothy and yummy. It just lets me go for days. It's like, yep. All right, let's start thinking about some vines. I want the vines to go behind. Some stuff hanging off. We can get that later. Let's add a little bit more foliage-ish stuff here. All right. Okay. Let's go back over to here and add some potential vines. Because when I saw her helmet, it it's got vines and all kind of whatever you want it to be hanging off it. And I went, well, that could just be mossy vines from the jungle too. So I'm like, well, that could be. That's kind of my thought process as to why we've ended up here. Hey, Tonya, how's it going? How's it going? All right, let's start adding some more branches. Another one going off into the background here. Yeah, not too bad, sitting here trying to be all fancy and in reality having no idea what I'm doing. The norm. I'm just trying to make it look like I've got things coming off a tree. Man, the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Sorry. Now you're all going to have that in your head. Bum, bum, away, away. Is that the gouache, the King Art gouache, Mary, or the gel sticks? Okay. You go mobile all you like, Angie. She'll be right. Okay, let's go back to this stump. Let's put some ridgy bits in it. All right. Now let's go down to this one. Oh, it's a long day. The girls are off. Wednesdays is I don't have to pick them up day. It's a great day because they need to. They do different things. Well, on Em does different things. She has to catch the bus to another town on Wednesdays, and Georgia could always walk to school, but doesn't. So on Wednesdays, it's like, get yourselves to school, people. I ain't doing it for you today. All right. Okay. So we've got some kind of something happening now. That was just the base layer. Oh, now I've got to commit to the real stuff. Oh, okay. I'll show you the original, Jamie. That's easy. So this is the original artwork. So that's the original image. So I've whitened out this, and I've whitened out this last bit of the wing because I actually wanted to have kind of place her in the scene. So I decided to whiten that out and make her wings just a little bit shorter. Yeah, so that's the original anyway. So, no, that's all right. Okay. All right. Okay, let's just go, Tammy. What, light to dark? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, going to come in with some champagne. This is going to be light coming through, like, you know how light peeks through the jungle, like the sun peeks through a hole in the jungle. Yes. Yeah, that's a good episode. I loved Marcel. He was funny. So you're going to literally probably see me putting nothing down on this page, but I promise you I am. Again, I'm just putting down block colouring at the moment. Ugly stage, remember? All right. Need to get my brush. All right, so that's a bit of champagne down. Yeah, sunbeamy thingy. That's it. Technical terms there. All right. Then what do I want to use? Oh, the technical thing that comes with this. Hello, Evelyn. How are you? All right, let's start going in with a little bit of, I think, a light grey. Maybe Moonstone. Where are you? Okay. Just got to sharpen. Still working? Oh, joy. Haven't fired anyone yet? Yes, that sounds perfect. That's exactly what I'm going for, Joe. So Moonstone is a warm grey. I've just used champagne. So going to kind of mix it into like a bit of a French grey, and we'll add some green over it eventually too, so that it starts to look like jungle foliage. Nice. Yeah, thank you, Mary. Hopefully I just hope I execute it. I'm so nervous about this image. You know, you have those things that you're like, I remember the first Kirby page. I was so nervous about that one, and it's kind of like I can do it. I can do it. Angie will just be sitting there impressed that I'm using like the lightest touch. Well, the lightest touch I have. Because when I put the greens down, I don't want the greens to have too much green color because it would have been washed out by the sunlight and the shadows. So this is why I'm going down with this light gray. So I'm going to start using it, I guess, as a toning shade. Hey, Aspie. Gotta keep remembering her hairs through here. Oh, annoying. It's not Washington tape. It's zodiac signs. And it was literally the first one I pulled out of. I've got like a box of washi tape. It was the first one I pulled out. Just so you've got something to look at while I'm colouring in a colour that you can't see. That's why we've got it here. Do 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 do. All right. Where are you? Okay. Green Earth. Yeah, awesome work. You can't even see anything. All right. Start thinking about a bit of green earth. That's what I'm coming in with now. Or are you meaning my light layer, my light touch of layers? What's washi tape? Washi tape. So WASHI. It's Japanese tape, traditionally paper tape. So it's a very thin paper tape with not a lot of stick, and just used to decorate things and add stuff to letters and things like that. And yeah, so it's used a lot by crafters to add stuff to their paper crafts and things like that, and journaling and so forth. Basically, it's pretty shiny tape that that you can do. So washi tape. So generally, washi tape. Mine's old, so is quite translucent too. So it's kind of like paper tape, but there's plastic versions of it. You can get all types of washi tape now. It's not just wrong color. You're trying to correct your Washington, right? I was trying to figure out why you were calling it Washington. I'm like, it doesn't even look. And then I'm like, oh, I don't know whether the silhouette on screen looked like George Washington. I didn't know. I was like, I'll just go with it. I was like, I'll just roll with it. I was like, I'm just not going to make any question. Yeah, I was going to say, you can't see anything you have done. I know. That's what I'm saying. These are all going to be watching me do not much, because I'm working in light layers, which is so not a Temmie thing. You can see these branches. I put all these branches in. I've done something. You're funny, Angie. I'm trying, people. I'm trying, okay? You're mean to me. I bring you along for the ride to watch me try and do something that I have no idea what I'm doing, and you make fun of me. I'm like, you can start to see it. You can't see the forest for the you guys So, just so you know, this is part of coloured pencil art. Okay, how I draw is very different to how I colour. Well, yeah, pretty much, because colouring's already there, and I've got a bit of an idea of where I'm going, so I can kind of go in a little bit harder at the start. But with coloured pencil art, I actually take a little bit more time. I know, shock horror. Oh, what are you jamming to? What do you want me to sing? Woo-hoo! A Wimberway, a Wimberway. That's always one we play on our road trips. We do play a Wimberway a bit. Oh, in the jungle. The circle of life. It's the circle of life. I basically just get Siri to play Disney songs. And that's what we listen to. That's it. I'm just, showing you the kind of process that I go with, and then I'll probably go off and add some more to it in my own time, and then I'll come back and we'll color the main image together. But I wanted you to have an idea of of how the background kind of thing comes into play. And it's a lot of green. Mary will be happy. A lot of greens happening today. I shall be using green and more green and a little bit more green. If you didn't get that, I'm using greens. Apparently jungles are greens. Hey, Carmen. Oh, you in the car. Oh, yeah, joy. Joy. Hey, boys. Hey, Jerry. Oh, they are, Carmen. Everyone is so lovely in this little group, except to me, because, apparently watching me put light layers of green down on a background is not very entertaining to the people. No. It's also not very entertaining to me, which is why I went live, so that I wasn't sitting here humming to myself. I thought I'd give you some Tuesday night entertainment. You are all still here. I know. Well, yeah, I'm glad you're eating. What you eating, Tanya? You can't just come in and say you're eating. You know the rules. Did you get anything more than cereal for breakfast today? Okay, Angie. Oh, yep, Mad Bedlam by Black. Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, Evelyn, that's good. Well, it give you an impression, even though I dislike him at the moment because he got into the groceries. Winchester is asleep at my pillow, all curled up, having sweet dreams. He's been going outside the last couple of days, so we've been opening the door and letting him out onto the deck. But he's gone out kind of onto the deck roof, like that goes over my carport. But he's a bit scared of the stairs. So he's gotten halfway down the stairs, but no further yet. Oh, you've got earplugs in. So okay. Yeah, so I'm like, oh. He's bored of watching me colour circles of pale, dirty green yet. This is basically me procrastinating about the fact of doing something else. If you hadn't figured. Oh. Well, it doesn't always have to go, Evelyn. Sometimes I just like being normal. Just simple. Just colouring in some green. Yeah, I know, but it's not that. It's like I'd just zone out, basically. I'd have probably someone else's video on in the background because this is it's what I do is if I've missed any streams or the videos that are uploaded in my sleepy time, I just run them in the background, or I'll have Supernatural or Merlin or Friends or Big Bang Theory or something in the background as white noise. So I'm not sitting here in the quiet. It's even entertaining when I'm out of screen. Thanks, Aspie. Am I out of screen? Is that what? Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. You wouldn't even notice that I was out of screen. That's the thing. Be like, what? I promise I'll go in with something more after I've got this down. This is basically here to guide me. So I don't get lost. Because otherwise I'll get lost. So it's helping me know where I'm going to put all the parts. Yeah, I knew they would say hi. Oh, only when I was in the bottom right. Okay, thank you. That's good. No. Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, I take it as a compliment. One of my students was telling one of my colleagues the other day that they miss me. They're like, even though she's, a little bit wacky and a little bit odd, that's what makes her so awesome. And we miss her. And I'm like, I'll take that as a compliment. All right, so that's all of that. Let's go back down to this bottom right corner, which hopefully you guys can see. You're so far from that, Angie. All right. So now I want a specific colour, and I don't think I'm gonna go to the Loomies. Like I said, I think it's the combination of these guys together is just awesome. Yeah, my playlist is all over the place in the car. What's really interesting is that when we're on road trips, the girls know who's streaming based on your voices. Hey, Andrew. They'll be like, "Oh, that's Tonya." I'll be like, "Yes, it is." All right, I'm going to give him a spring green. Or they'll be like, "Oh, that's Emily." I'm like, "Yeah." Because you're my background, and then they put their earphones in and listen to whatever, to watch whatever they're watching. And I go, "Yep, cool. You enjoy that." And then occasionally someone will say something, I'll be like, "Wait, can you just write this in the comments?" So hopefully you're seeing a little bit, there's some color going down now. No, thank you. Oh, what I teach? Okay. Um, I teach, so I'm a biomedical scientist by, like, my first degree was in biomedical science. So I teach chemistry, biology, sciences, psychology, all of that kind of stuff. Um, and along with, any science comes maths. So I teach maths as well. Um, and I teach Japanese. So they're the subjects that I teach basically. But apart from English, I'd be happy to teach anything. But English, no, mainly because I'm not good at it. So I would do a disservice to the kids if I tried to teach it. All right, so there's spring green from the Loomies. Now I'm going to come into, ooh, that sounds so exciting, Angie. They are, your hands are coming back, that's good, Evelyn. Going to go in with grass green 70%, so I'm back to the light fast. Where'd my brush go? Get up and walk then. Oh, you're funny. I caught Connie's stream this morning, which was lovely. It was nice to see her back. I caught part of it. It was lovely to see her. I even caught Shannon's the other night. Because I'm back, I'm trying to get back to my normalness of early to bed, early to rise. Oh, gotta love that. My first degree. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Um, I have 2.75, 2 3/4 degrees. So I've got my biomedical science one. Then I went and did my, 2/3 or so of my business degree. And then I got a job where I wanted it, so I stopped that. And then I went and did my teaching degree. Yeah, it was. It was lovely. And I'd seen the flip through of that book. And I was like, oh, it was such a Connie book. It's so the images that she just does awesome at. And it was good to see that she was coloring it this morning. Well, it was this morning for me. Um, see, starting to see a little bit more color coming in now, slowly. It will be a slow process. All right, going in with full grass green. Yeah, yes. Ryan's a hoot. Although I'm sitting there and I was watching his scrapbooking one the other night, and I'm like, oh my god, have I got to this point now that I'm watching like scrapbooking ones? I'm like, no, nope, 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 nope. But no, I love it. They're all good to watch. When you guys are all sleeping and no one's streaming, and so I catch up on everything. Oh, and that's real life happens. It just is what it is. We've all got things that we've got to do. We've got to be, mums, wives, workers, fathers, friends, all of those kinds of things before this. So it's, yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. I know his workspace. I know. It's just like, yeah, that's me too, Evelyn. I'm like, I'm looking at the Tim Holtz mat and I'm like, no, I don't need that glass mat, but it's pretty. And I'm like, no, I don't need all of it. And I'm just like, his workspace is just to die for. I'm like, ah. All right. Going to come in with foliage. And I'm going to use that to start dirtying up a little bit of this grass green. Yeah, that's how me too. Like I'm someone that organizes my supplies and I have my space organized, but yeah, he takes it to a whole new level. And the staff, I'd just be like, oh my gosh. I'm like, love it all. Hello, Louise. How are you? But as he says, he's single and doesn't have any kids and doesn't have a boyfriend and stuff. So he's like, he's got his stuff. I'm like, yep, I get that. And considering it's all out in his living room too, I would want it all organised as well. If that was also the space that I come home to, I would want that as well. All right. Okay. Going to come back to. No, I haven't used that yet. All right. Olive Earth, where are you? Yeah, it is. It's his living room. He's got his little couch and his TV where he has his like little laptop kind of wheelie thing. And yeah, so he kind of has that there. So I'm coming in with Olive Earth now. Because I think he's only got a 1-bedroom apartment, um, which is kind of cool that it overlooks his bakery. But I'm like, what a commute to work. Just walk out the door and walk across the road. I'm like, that's cool. Although most people's commutes are, at the moment, walk to my desk. Yeah, I know, Louise. I agree. But as he says, and I get that too, because I have the same problem. It's a coping mechanism. We're all, addicts to certain things, and his is, dealing with his addiction and stuff like that. His coping mechanism is to get this stuff, instead of going and getting the stuff that is not good for him. And him buying this stuff doesn't hurt anyone, doesn't influence or hurt other things. So that's, I get it. You know, I certainly do. Yeah. Hey, Megan, how's it going? How you doing? Um, and that's what I do. Like I'll when I found art, I switched my addiction for buying lipsticks and eyeshadows to buying colored pencils. It's a coping thing. And especially a lot of us that have mental health issues, we have to find something that we have control over. And buying these kinds of things are things that we can have control at. So that's why, we do it and as such. Um, but I'd much rather be buying colored pencils than buying, copious amounts of wine or whatever else. Because, yeah, my buying this does only hurts my bank balance. All right, coming in with Forest. Yeah, I'm doing not too bad. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. And I hope the same for you too. It's really nice. It's a nice greeting. I like that salutation. It's nice. Oh, I totally mislabel things. Roast. Roast. Oh, labeling is so therapeutic. So this is what I did last what I did last night, because I just didn't feel like coloring, is I sat there and got out the paper trimmer and cut up all my cutter parts, or for things like that. That's what I did last night. I just did some slicing and then organized it into things, and Oh, oh, that's really sad, Evelyn. I'm sorry to hear that. You can always take, but like, why? You just stick another one over the top of it. But that's using up stuff. My problem is I get all of this, and then I'm like, oh, I better not use it. Like, how stupid is that? It's like, oh no, better not. I'm just like, no, 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 no. So that's basically where it started, because I was having so much fun, like cutting up all of this stuff, that I was like, yep. So I just kept going. I was enjoying the slicing more than the making. So now, like, hopefully now we're actually starting to see color happen on a page, and we're less boring. Well, I'm less boring. Okay. I think I want to bring a little bit of blue green into it. So I might come in with a bit of racing green. Hey, I know things were going back for me when I started going down. Tip. No, so that. I love watching wood turning videos. I love watching people make things through wood turning. I'm just like, okay. So occasionally I just go on a bit of a binge watch and catch up on some of my wood turning people that I watch. Yep. It was when I was contemplating and going and getting a lathe and stuff like that I went, I need to stop. I need to stop watching this. I do not have room, nor time, or the money to start wood turning. And I know me, and I am Dodgy Brother Incorporated when it comes to building things. I would have no fingers. Because, wearing protective gear. I was like, no, nope, 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 nope. Nope. I was like, we need to not. So that's when I go away from it for a while. Just like things like Candy Crush and stuff. When I started to close my eyes in my class and see candies dropping and seeing sweet, and my students were looking like, I went, oh, time to put that aside for a while. Step away from the Candy Crush. And then Farmville I closed when I was setting alarms to get up and harvest my farm. Evelyn. Oh, Evelyn, stop. I love woodwork. And, but I'm just like, no, I have enough hobbies. And I also know my klutziness factor. And woodwork is fun for things like, I'm quite happy to weld a grinder and a hacksaw and all of that kind of stuff. But a lathe, I think I would actually cut my fingers off. Yeah, yeah. All right, I'm going in with black. Yeah. Well, yeah, Joe. I built a house. On my own kind of thing. I was a registered builder, owner builder, whatever you want to call it. I kind of grew up like my dad's like, I grew up, I'd either be in the kitchen cooking and then I'd go down and next minute I'm helping fiberglass a boat or, bog a car and sandbag a car or build a chook shed. It's just, that was kind of what I was exposed to. So I love it all. Um, you're going to bed, Mary. Good night. No worries, sweetheart. Sweet dreams to you and Tonya and Mama. Yeah, the withdrawals for coming off Candy Crush. I know it was like so bad. I don't think I even have Candy Crush on my new phone. I didn't even. And every now and again, if I'm bored waiting at a doctor's surgery, it's like, oh, I'll play that, and then you like back into it and like, oh, just one more level. Nope, nope. All right. Going to come in with, what colors have I been using? Let's come back in with foliage. Yeah, I get bored with them after a certain period of time. I'm exactly the same. Night, Tanya. All right, I've just got to mute you for a second. I've got a call coming through that I have to take. Okay, sorry, I was back. That was my bank manager. I'm just sorting out some things. I've got to go down in an hour or so just to close off a few things down at the bank and pay out a few things. So that was all that was about. I've been expecting that phone call. Yeah, well, I did that with a house, Evelyn, and my problem was is that I bought a very old house and moved it onto a block at the height of a property market, and then we had a huge property drop, and that was when I had to sell it due to divorce. So I made a huge loss, and I'm still slightly trying to recover from that now. Still trying to get back into it and get back and get my own house. But that's okay. I keep buying colored pencils instead. You know, that's all right. We'll get there. That's what all that bank stuff was about, was setting up a plan to getting a house. Oh yeah, absolutely, Louise. And that's what I did last night, cutting up all of these things. I was just like, just enjoy the moment. All right, kind of come back in with the grass green. I think she's starting to look like a twisted trunk now of a rainforest tree. Starting to come together. Nice. Oh, yeah. I've cleaned those houses, Evelyn. Trust me, I understand. I have, in fact. Yep, I get it. So I'm just going to come back in with, which one do I want to use? I think I might use Forest and just start putting just some texture into this, because it would be quite mossy and textured. So I'm just scribbling some bits. So it looks like mold and not mold, moss, moss and vines on the base of the trunk. Angie, go spend time with your mum. You do not need to reconnect. I will be going soon anyway, because I've got to go to the bank. So have a nice time with your mum and enjoy your visit as much as, and try not to, let her get you into too many arguments. Oh, so do I, Louise. It costs Angie a fortune to send her and myself a copy of it. It was ridiculous. And I will be paying her back. She's disconnected, so she's not hearing me say that. I will find a way. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta love it. All right, I'm going to come in with a little bit of racing green and do the same thing. Just putting some texture lines through it. I'm pressing quite hard now because I've got quite a bit of pigment on the paper. So this is to just give some variation to. Hey, Emily, how's it going? How you doing? That was way back before then. What are you showing all on stream tomorrow? What are you showing on stream tomorrow? What did I miss? Oh, your gifts from Evelyn. Yeah, I got you. I'd imagine that's what it is. She spoils you. You're very lucky. Very lucky to have an Evelyn to spoil you. All right. Now I'm going to come in with champagne, which was that original light color that we're going to use over here with the sun rays. Running that along here, blending it in so it looks like it's the edges are picking up from that sun. Yes. Evelyn, don't be silly. Wow. It's not what it's about, sweetheart. I was just saying that she's very lucky to have you. You don't need to send me anything to have my friendship. Just you being you is what I enjoy. I enjoy our chats. That's what I enjoy. All right. Just going to come back in now with black to do the final bit of little bit of a little bit more shading just to define those edges a little bit more now that I've kind of got. And yes, I know that it's just because you like to spoil your friends. I'm a giver as well. That's my that's how I show my love and affection as well, is by doing that kind of stuff. So I get it. Which is why I have no money, because I just buy stuff. Because I like to give things to people and myself. Shh. Let's put it this way: the girls certainly don't want for anything. What did Joe? Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Oh. I'm sorry. Bringing myself back. Bringing myself back. Yeah, as long as it's single. Ah, sugar daddy. Sugar daddy. Whew. Oh, God, you got me snorting. Oh. Anyway. I'm going to come in with white. I'm coming in with white. Right along the edge. Oh. Oh, whew. Anywho, I have a tree trunk. See, I was going to say something, and I'm like, no. Now that it's just not. No. I was no. Just shut up, Tammy. Okay. All right, what do you think? No, mine was more about this is looking like gnarly old something, and I'm just like, I'm not even gonna go there at this point in time because the context. I'm like, okay, does that look like a tree trunk? Oh, sorry, I'm just looking up on screen for myself. Oh, that looks good. Oh, sorry, I'm just, it's taken me nearly an hour and a half to get to this point. But, which is why I'm like, I'm not going to make you watch the entire part of my backgroundness. I think, I don't think I don't know. I don't know if you would want to see me do the entire background, but it's going to be along these lines anyway, of turning it into a jungle. I think you guys would be more interested in me doing the actual image rather than the background. But yeah. So what I might do is just I'll keep playing with the background. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going too much into this background area over here. Because a lot of it's going to have to do with the light interplay and the sun rays and things like that. So it will be, What am I colouring on? 200 GSM cartridge paper that I stole from the school art room. Oh, sorry, I didn't steal. I acquired from the school art room. So I have no idea of the brand or anything, but it's a cardstock art cartridge paper. It's something. It's big. It was A3, and I went. So I was like, that'll do. It's on permanent loan. That's it. That's it. I give back to my school quite a lot of my stuff. So all of it pays for all origami paper and things that I've bought, and pencils and pens. But yeah, no, it was because I went in and scanned it on the work scanner the other day, and I went, oh, because our good scanner's just down from the art room, and I went, oh, I should just go print it out. So I went and printed it out while I was there using the ink and paper. It's all good. Don't tell anyone. But I'm going to have to love and leave you because I've got to go see my bank manager. So I will catch his on the weekend, and we'll probably start on her a little bit. I'll probably play a little bit, do some of the background, but it won't be all of it. I'm going now, Angie. But yeah, so thanks for joining me while I was just playing around. Thanks for coming in, and I'll catch you all in a few days. Well, I'll see you in streams, but I'll catch you all in a few days. See ya.